Well, few jobs hold the esteem of being a New York City firefighter, respected and loved for their bravery in the face of danger. But it's been a struggle for African Americans to join the ranks of the city's bravest. In Keith's Corner this morning, he spoke with an author of a new book on the subject.
Firefight tells the story of trailblazers like Wesley Williams, one of the first African Americans to join the ranks of New York's bravest, and other black firefighters who struggled in those early years to gain acceptance, and why their perseverance was so important.
There's been a family dynamic in one of the black firefighters that I feature in Firefight, and you can see how that has pushed his whole family forward out of the real extreme poverty of his father in World War II, who's 1.5 generations up from the Jim Crow South. This generation that got into this job has just completely escalated.
But as Firefight author Ginger Adams Otis explains, the century-long fight to integrate the department has been a difficult one.
In every step of the way, lots of people were getting washed out for a lot of reasons. But blacks, proportionately, were always getting washed out.
For decades, New York's bravest remained virtually entirely white and male, even as other city agencies like the NYPD and Correction Department were able to add significant numbers of minorities. A fraternal society of black firefighters, the Vulcans, long argued that a key written exam needed to join the fire department had little to do with who would ultimately become a successful firefighter.
The bottom line, though, is, and this is what came out in the lawsuit, but it's a good analogy, was giving the way that New York City was giving these tests for firefighter would be equivalent to the Yankees giving an SAT test to decide who's going to play shortstop.
Despite a great deal of pushback from City Hall and department brass, the Vulcans' fight to change the hiring process went to federal court, where they prevailed. Adams Otis writes about the importance of the department looking more like the neighborhoods they serve.
The sheer, tremendous boost that it could give to somebody really helps the whole community. On top of the fact that it's a very visible job, it's a high-profile job, there's a certain amount of prestige that comes with a lot of that.
But in the end, for anyone trapped in a fire, it's not about race or gender, it's all about performance.
Anybody knows in an emergency, you wouldn't care if it was an alien, as long as somebody came down to get you.
In Keith's Corner, Keith Kuntz, News 8.
Now, Keith found out New York City Fire Department only hires new recruits every 4 years, and in some cases, 30,000 applicants can apply for only 2,000 or 3,000 open positions.